If your relationship didn't work out, take that person as a messenger from God. Hear me out. God gives us messages through people. When people say, I speak to God, I'm connected to God, yeah, it's not as though God just comes out from somewhere in some crazy form and actually speaks directly to us, right? But it's often through people and through the nudges and the whispers we can gather through our connections. And of course through, for example, meditation, when you quiet the mind down and the body down for long enough and you can actually hear divine inspiration. But nothing is ever lost through a relationship that is seemingly in the bin and a failure. You might be thinking, but all the signs were there. God was telling me in the moment that he was the one or she was the one. Like all the synchronicities, all the messages, all the answers you received from God may have been telling you in that moment and throughout that relationship that it was the real one. You were on the right path. The thing is, you were, and he is. Let me explain. Everything you go through and everything you experience is meant for you. But if you're on a path of genuine growth, self-discovery and transformation, with the backbone of it all being you want a connection to God and you want to do the right thing in this lifetime so that when you die, inshallah, you will have a fruitful, blessed and peaceful afterlife, then sorry to say, you're probably going to have so many trials and challenges. This path ain't light, and it ain't for the light-hearted, I swear. Because think about it, it's 2025, yeah, soon to be 26. Look at the world. Look at the systems governing the world and look at what's happening to them and look at the people around the world. Look at our people around the world. Look at humans around the world and how much we are going through. We're literally in the peakest, darkest times ever, I believe, ever in the history of mankind, the history of this earth. Things are being ripped apart. Things are being ripped away. People are breaking down in order to break through, in order to see light, in order to see truth. That's essentially why all this is happening, in my understanding. Which means this system and how we're living today is vulnerable and volatile. We are living in vulnerable, insecure, volatile times. Something that is made to last, just you two, throughout this entire time, I would say is quite a rare thing. If you've got it, mashallah, thank you God, and thank God for it. But it doesn't mean to say that everyone is going to have that, especially right now as I'm speaking, like about to head into November 2025. We're in like the crux of breaking through, generally speaking, in the collective. So naturally we're all changing our views, our values, everything is on the line. Everything is on the line. So it's difficult for any single individual to be constant and consistent and know exactly what they want, where they're going and how to get there, when everything is changing every single month. Anyway, so take the relationship as a message. You will get so much knowledge and wisdom through the relationship. So it's not it hasn't failed. If you get a download or wisdom that comes to you through the relationship you were in, then that wisdom is going to carry through to your next relationship, and inshallah at some point you will find someone who you can do this path with. That's the goal, right? But not everyone's ready. Not everyone is ready. You know it, I know it, we all know it. But you probably help them get to the next stage in their journey, as they have for you. And just to share my little snippet of wisdom that I received, which I'm definitely going to be taking on, is don't spread your news about your relationship around. Not even to friends. Wait until it's secure and you're both certain in your commitment to each other and make the commitment, yeah? Then perhaps spread the news. Just a little something I wanted to put out there. And it really was like a divine wisdom moment for me when that information came through as I was walking just here like a few months ago. Things things, things around us constantly, they can hear. I'll just leave that with you. Because I'm reminded of the surah Al-Asr, the passages of time. Because it literally says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, wa al-Asr, inna al-insana lafi khusr, which is, by the great passages of time, humanity is at a grave loss. So it's just what I was speaking about there, like, as in, we're in the decline, through history. Inna ladina aminu wa amilu as-salihati wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Right, I think the translation is, apart from those who enjoin together and support each other into, this is my understanding, like as an amalgamation of all the translations that I can remember, into faith, truth, al-haq, and patience. And if you look at the root, it comes from this, which literally means to help, assist, support, cooperate, or aid. And the verb is in the imperative command form for you all, and it's taken as a guidance or instruction. Meaning nuances. Advise each other or help one another is the common translation. But some translations say enjoin one another to truth or cooperate in truth. Implications beyond simple advice, active cooperation. It can mean working together toward truth and patience, not just verbally advising. Mutual support. There's an implication of practical assistance, encouragement and moral reinforcement. Shared responsibility. The verse implies that guidance and wisdom are socially transmitted through interaction, collective effort. And the last part, it emphasises that belief and action are lived out in community and humans can help each other embody knowledge. Isn't it what I was sort of saying? So just reflecting, if you take truth from that relationship that failed, if you gained more patience and if your faith has increased, then only Allah knows. But I would say it sounds like you're on the right path. And lastly, I think that this surah Al-Asr can actually be an inspiration for us all as to what to look for in our divine partnership that is meant to last a lifetime or several. They are to help us and join with us in the path towards more patience, more truth and deeper, stronger faith. Subhanallah. You can't see, but loads of birds just flew over. Take the message that you received and heed the call and walk in stronger patience, truth and faith. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nothing is lost.